download here with NVIDIA earnings. I am going to have a live NVIDIA quote up on the side of the screen for you just as we go here on my main screen. So when they flip over to it, you'll be able to see it. Unfortunately, it's not. It's going to be right here. So I'm just going to keep this up. This is the live level 1 bid right now of NVIDIA. So we'll have that up right now. So if you guys want to see what's going on, it will be in the corner. And this is NASDAQ book, so on and so forth. So I just want to keep that up. We will go over everything because it's not just all about NVIDIA. It's about the market. And welcome to here. Traders Stay Late. And I want to thank you for watching this recap show. One more time, we have Brian Shannon coming. It's going to be a big one as per usual. Congratulations anybody that took that Travis Kelce anytime touchdown prop last night. That was pay dirt there as the Kansas City Chiefs really kind of did not show up at all in that second half. So we'll wait to see what happens in the rest of the NFL season. But good day today for silver. Silver up 1.4%. Let's go over and start talking about the recap. It's the largest one today. It's SLV followed by GLD, so gold and silver, as everything turns into precious metals as Brennan goes to the jewelry store to buy. So it's Christmas time. So that's coming through. Actually, I get away with it because my daughter, she's happy with like that costume jewelry. So right now it's all good. You can get like 10 pairs for $5 or something like that. So shout out to Ardeen and everything like that right now. You got to have a couple good pairs, but the costume is nice. Okay, here's NVIDIA right now, 502, starting to go with NVIDIA. Not out yet, but just giving everyone a little bit of an attention to that one. What goes up must come down. We've had a good little run there in the KRE, but we keep on talking about it, bouncing its head off the 50-period moving average. Oh, welcome to the show, by the way. We've got Benzinga Pro right now, so any sort of a moment hit right here. There's Autodesk. Autodesk is out now. Autodesk beats right now, 207 versus 199. So that's going to be a good one. Sales beating on Autodesk. Let's have a quick look to see what happens with ADSK as we speak. So we'll call this up. I'm going to go a 1-minute chart so we can see live. There's Autodesk. Congratulations. It looks like it's going to be a good one. Autodesk right now. Here's the 1-minute chart over here, and here's the daily. So we're bumping up into support. Sorry, this would be resistance. 234. Look out for a short there on ADSK as we will wait to get some updates. What is Autodesk going to talk about moving forward? But we've talked about used cars. We've talked about car parts as well. Looks like Autodesk making that move back up to the upside as, hey, what was bad is now good. Autodesk kind of just chilled out for a very, very long while. Look at the support down there, 195, 194. Nice move up for ADSK, but look at it bouncing its head against 225. So it's got to stay longer above that. Here it is right here. Here's the guide right now. So Autodesk sees Q4 EPS. Ooh, that's not good. Watch out for the fade in Autodesk. They see it 191, 197 versus 201. Not good. They're also guiding lower on estimates for sales revenue, but it doesn't seem to matter right now. I'd go short here on Autodesk. I don't want to talk about pre-market or post-market plays because, again, liquidity, but right into there, 225, you're bouncing its head. Maybe give it a little bit of room to 230, but watch out there on a bad guide for Autodesk. So sees 191 to 197 versus 201. Okay, so that's ADSK. Let's keep that on our mind as we go. TAN. We talked about this yesterday with Michael Noss, looking at some bottoms. Oh, we got to look at the bottom here for a daily chart for TAN. He was using monthly, I believe, to go back on this one, looking at some potential bottoms here for TAN. Also, this top right here is where we're at right now, 48. So area of concern for TAN. Watch out for a break below $40 on this one. Invesco Solar ETF making the move down on UNG. My eye's still going, guys. Here it is again for ADSK, Autodesk. Sees FY24, 743 to 749. So that's a little bit better now. So a little bit adjusted here for FY moving forward. So that was their Q4 adjusted. Here's their forward forecast. So my mistake. Looks like they're about in line right now with everything. And actually the revenue is guiding higher. So I'll take that back. I thought they were doing Q3 right now, but it looks like they're coming out with Q4 for ADSK and guiding forward. So just be careful. But again, not a huge guide. Autodesk right now bouncing off that 224. So I'm excited. Here's NVIDIA on the side. Anybody waiting to see NVIDIA, watch this, 501 right now. If that starts going crazy, we're going to be all over that. Pullback today. We shorted AMD today. Those were good shorts right off the jump, right? SMH taking out highs and making new highs for SMH. So let's watch out here as excitement builds for NVIDIA. Look at AMD though today, red, causing this 1.5% to the downside. AMD was a great trade, and I'll show you it. Here, let me just show you what we did on AMD earlier today. We were a little bit nervous Nancy on this one because it was a little tricky. We noticed it was down. We had to play this pop before the drop. So again, my number one trade today was AMD, and it was holding. And then look, covering at about 10:30. Tried the short again against 118.50, didn't work, got out of the way as AMD finishes the day with some higher lows being put in. Boom, 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 all the way up, sort of stair-stepping into 119. So let's watch out for AMD coming through. It looks like we have an out for JWN right now. Nordstrom's seeing a nice tick down here into $14. Watch out for the short float here on Nordstrom's. Let's call that up so we can exactly see it. JWN right now, they are out, so it's Nordstrom's coming out right here. Q3 EPS 25 cents. I'm going to take a little bit of a break here, let you guys read it. Up from 20 cents. So that's good. Q3 sales 3.32, down from 355. So sales looks a little bit light. Earnings looks a little bit, so guess a 1 for 1. I don't want to say heavy on earnings, but it says Q3 EPS. See, they're Q3, right? Autodesk has to be Q4. Q3 right there, 25 cents up from 20. So that looks good. Quick little look there. There it is. Here we go. FY23. This is what we're looking at. Revenue decline. So not good. 4 to 6% coming to the downside. And we talked about them winding down their Canadian operations. Sorry about that for my wife. She hated the fact that she could no longer go to Nordstrom's. For me, I don't mind that she can't shop there anymore, but there it is, Nordstrom's with the move down right there, $14.29. I actually bought a lot of nice things at Nordstrom's as well. I find like for clothes, and here's like a little bit of a rant, like as you get older, it's like I don't actually wear that many things. Like I have track pants for my girls rep team, I have track pants for my hockey team as well. I wear those when I get home. Switch it over, some nice hoodies. I got a Trade Ideas hoodie. Well, I got lots of clothes, but anyways, better quality stuff. I like Nordstrom's. But I shop at the Gap and like Old Navy and things like that for like kids' summer clothes because they go through that, and then sizing, obviously. But my kids are now, like my girl just got those little rain boots. I think they're Uggs. I don't even want to talk about it. They're Hunters. She has both, dude. Where's my mic? Where did my mic go? Here's the mic. Mic drop. You know, like I'll drop the mic all the time, but not here, not on purpose right there. Sorry about that. Anyways, I was talking about Nordstrom's and what my kids just keep buying all this crazy clothes. But anyways, there goes Nordstrom's. Hey, I just want to thank everybody right here. Who's here right now? Let's do a quick little roll call for all of this because I just want to thank everybody. Thanks for putting up with me, man. Sometimes that mic does come down. Nordstrom's right now, 190 versus 210. Good number for Nordstrom's, I thought. It looks like. Yo, what's up? Here we go. Everyone's going crazy right now. Thank you so much for joining, man. Who's all here? We have over 4,000 watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Let's get over 1,000 right now. Yo, what's up to Hans? What's up to everybody? I got to slow this down. This is Success is Inevitable. What's up? Shout out to you. I love that name. Success is inevitable. Believe in it, guys. Believe in success. Put in the work and it will come. Thank you for hitting the love button. I love that. I'm going to hit it myself. I love all of y'all. 100, 100, 100. Right now, what's up to Raymond? What's up to Paul Kennedy? What's up to Cindy B? Number 777. Who's going to hit number 1,000? You will win a shout out. Argentina, what's up to Patrice right there? What's up to Sharif's mom? Hey, Sharif's mom, never met you, but thank you for coming in the chat as well. Streamlabs, Adam, everybody's here, but hey, we will do this with everybody near the end of the show. Daryl's here, Daryl Flinch is here. Saskatchewan, I love Saskatchewan. I've been to Saskatoon. Shout out to Saskatoon. I actually helped open up a Day Trade the World office in Saskatoon as we wait out for NVIDIA right now, 500 right now for NVIDIA. Here's JWN making that move. ADSK, let's check out Autodesk. one more time. Nice move up to 225 as traders stay late and you guys stay late with me. So let's go over sector recap again. IBB, okay, been beat up. Obviously rate sensitive here for IBB, the biotechnology. It comes more expensive, right? You got to be careful with this. I love this sector. I think you want to buy some dips, possibly miss that opportunity down here near 110. We'll see if we can pick up some IBB. Again, a very interest rate sensitive because a lot of these companies don't make money in biotech, right? So you have a debt aspect to your name. So watch out for that. OIH today, we hadn't talked about oil too much. It's not about OIH for me, it's about USO. USO up 0.32. So we are excited to quickly have Brian Shannon on today. We won't talk too much about oil. We'll probably look at Nvidia and anything he wants to talk about. I haven't had a chance to look at his stream today, so I'm not sure what he wants to talk about, but hey, he's a professional. We'll throw him the floor. SPY, nice move today, just breaking even on the day. Well, it was down 0.32, but still holding some of those highs as the NASDAQ trying to climb back up two highs. NASDAQ right there, down 0.6. I still think that the semis are controlling everything right now. Meta with a nice move up. And look at Apple. Hey, Apple, I thought you had a bad quarter. Apple all the way down there to 166. What? That was 166. Wow. That's a surprising move up to 190 in my opinion. I didn't think they had a great quarter, but we talked about their wearables. Their wearables, we actually had our podcast, go watch our podcast. Their wearables with Apple, more revenue right now than Starbucks, than McDonald's comes through. That's just their wearables department. I know Neil mentioned selling BAC. I thought he mentioned Warren out of BAC, not at all. Just double check on that one. Look at JP Morgan. This was a surprising one for me, man. Huge upside on JPM right now coming back. So that puts me to XLF. Again, another one. Look at buying these dips. Now, we had JC Peretz on last week, Thursday, and he's like, I heard him say, if you don't love technology, you're an idiot. He didn't say that on our show, but he said that on his stream. And he was not talking about specifically being an idiot. Just look at what's been happening with the Qs. The XLF, though, right now, picking up some steam as well. I feel like you are not exposing yourself properly. I know this could get nasty real quick, but you have to be exposed to all of the sectors, right? And so whether or not you're underweight technology or not, if you're invested in the SPY, NASDAQ names have carried the SPY forward, and that's just technology names, including Microsoft and Apple, now the two top components in the S&P 500. So just watch out for that. I think we're getting a little top heavy. Maybe we'll talk about it. With NVIDIA momentarily out, we are going to call on Brian in just a couple of seconds. Let me know when he's ready. But I do have to apologize to him in advance. If you're listening, Brian, earnings are going to come out, and we're going to have to talk about NVIDIA ASAP. So, all right, without any further ado, it's my favorite segment with one of my favorite guys. Unfortunately, Brian, I can't find your book. It's somewhere around here. But let's bring him on. It's Brian Shannon. Okay, oh, I got to center myself here. Okay, Brian, welcome back. You were here on another big earnings day. I can't remember were you here last? No, not last NVIDIA earnings. It was something else, but we're all really excited for it, as I'm sure you are as well.
Yeah, I've got it here on my screen looking. We're trading up over 500 right now, but it doesn't look like they've come out. It's a pretty too mild a response so far. Yeah. But yeah, I was listening to you, Sean, and the semiconductors, absolutely, they have been the leaders, and they have driven the NASDAQ higher as well. That's what's keeping them in the lead. The semis are keeping the NASDAQ in the lead, and we're about to get those earnings, as you mentioned. The key level, I think, if we sell off, in my mind, is down here at about 470, 460. What is that? Actually, about 467. So I shouldn't eyeball those. I should take a look. That's the anchored VWAP from the low that we had just rallied from over here. Brian, I think that is the likely place we'll see if we get a flush.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, how specific are you? Like you just sort of said, they're 467 in change. When you have a $500 name like NVIDIA right here, and I know we're on you right now, Ramin's going to try to flip it back. Thank you, Ramin. Those levels, are you talking about maybe buying some of those dips? Or I know you and I have talked about this before, but we have new viewers on. That's just an area where you're looking for potential support. We don't necessarily stand in front of those levels to catch those falling swords. Am I learning, Brian?
You got it exactly. It's a level of interest. A lot of people, used to refer to these things as, "Hey, there's support there."
Right.
We don't know where support is. Support's only known after the fact. So we look at levels, and this is what you would do all day:
Yep.
is look at the levels and say, "I'm trading against this level. I'm trading against the VWAP, like your Nvidia short this morning."
Yep.
So we look at it and say, "Here's a level of interest." What does that mean? It means while I'm looking at it on a 30-minute time frame and at a daily time frame, I wouldn't go in there and just stick a bid in. To me, that's to use JC's words,
Yep.
you'd have to be an idiot to do that. So the point is, it's a level of interest. What do we want to do then? Well, if it gets down there, then we start to look at shorter term timeframes. We'll start to look at a 2-minute time frame, and we'll look at maybe a 1-minute time frame, and get some precision and look for some evidence that the buyers are actually showing up at that level, and it starts to bounce from there, and to participate at that level. And then, of course, manage risk and say, let's say it bounces from 464.27, 2 points below that level of interest. It's still close enough to be a general area. And we've got that 20-day moving average in there as well. And the 20-day moving average, it's good to look at where it is, but today the 20-day moving average went from 457, from 454 and a half to 457.70. So it rose $3.50. So that means it'll probably rise approximately the same tomorrow, because we're getting rid of this data from 20 days ago. So it's not in other words, the 20-day moving average will look like this tomorrow morning, regardless of what the stock really does, because we're getting rid of data way down here.
Wow. Great analysis right there, right now. We just got HPQ out, Brian. So come over to my screen right here, Ramin, if you can.
Yeah.
Here goes HPQ, downside a little bit right now. Again, right sector, looks like the wrong name. EPS 90 cents, up from 85. Looks like not a great guide. But again, look at this stock, down HP, symbol HPQ, coming back in. Downside right now, looking to bounce off this 25. So right there, you're coming into a level. You could see HP comes down into 26.50 right now. Another possible area of, as you said, let's not call it support, but in this situation, I believe that we have a little bit of data that goes all the way back into actually a year ago today, this quarter, back down into $24, $25 as we continue to wait. Okay, just about trading. So I'm always net long in my sort of retirement account. Who knows? I feel like I'll be maybe never retire at this point, but the idea is I stay net long regardless of what's happening. I have trimmed a little bit into earnings calls like this. Is that something, and I know that, often what we're talking about right here is day trading, swing trades, in and out of positions, but do you ever, hold anything maybe for an extended period of time, and then do you trade around earnings, or are you just simply looking at price action and will deal with it after the report?
Second question first. Deal with it after the report.
Okay.
I have no interest in gambling. I have no idea.
Right.
I mean, news and surprises tends to follow the direction of the trend. That's why a stock like Hewlett-Packard, it shouldn't be a surprise that it sells off. It's below a declining 50 and 200-day moving average. So the trend was already lower there. In the case of Nvidia, the trend is higher, but we have to consider that we've just rallied from 390 to 500.
Yes.
So where has it come from? It's a little bit extended here. So I don't want to do those gambles, Sean. And to answer the first question is, I'm not a good investor. I'm a swing trader primarily. I'd say first, I'm best at swing trading, second at day trading, and a long distance from there would be investing. But I do have some S&P 500 exposure for long term that I really try not to look at. Man, when it drops 10%, I feel like an idiot. There it goes, 506.
Yeah, you know what? We have it up live right here, the live level 2 right now from Nvidia, 507, 505. Are we out on Nvidia right now? I have Benzinga Pro loaded up right now, sponsoring the show. I don't see it, but it is dramatically moving right now. There's Nvidia. We just hit the high of 505. Last earnings report, we hit the high of 509. There it is. We are now out
Ooh.
with NVIDIA. So there it is, 494 coming back in. Let's go find out what it is. Give me a second here, Brian. 490, yeah. There it is right now. Q3 beats. Wow, what a surprise. We beat and the market goes down. 402 versus 336 right there. Estimated sales, 18 billion in sales. Geez, what is going on versus 16? Well, I'll tell you what's going on with NVIDIA. It is getting woodshedded, and not Kathy woodshedded. Where does she come in and buy in? There it is. It is a move down as we start to get excited. Ciao, Bella. There goes NVIDIA. Now, the level that you mentioned, Brian, 470. Here we go, Brian. It's Brian's world, and we are all living in it. This is a big move to the downside. It is 474, 475. Brian, I have no idea after broadcasting for 6 straight hours where we get this energy, but there it is. It is bouncing right off your level. That is your level, Brian. 470. You just gave everyone an $8 winner right there. It's Brian Shannon. But what do you think about this action? I need to take a drink of water.
It is amazing you have all that energy after so many hours, Sean. I didn't buy it there. As I said, it's a level of interest to me. I don't need to stick in the bid. And, you know, if people did, that's fantastic. There was a nice bounce there so far. I suspect we'll probably trickle down. And, you know, this might be a good excuse for the market to settle down a little bit. We've had such huge gains here recently. I mean, looking at the month to date, the semiconductors month to date up 16.92%. For, you know, through the end of the day today. That's just those are, you know, not moves that can sustain themselves. So a little bit of profit taking is normal on something like this, and I don't think it does anything to ruin the trend, the longer term trend of Nvidia or probably the semiconductors either.
I'm speechless because, Brian, honestly, man, I mean, you just absolutely nailed that. I want absolutely everybody to understand Anchor VWAP and some of that stuff that you were just showing, because honestly, that 470, and I know, you know, you're being humble about it. It was just a level of interest for you and everything like that. But for me, it's all about the education, right? And I think it is for you as well. Showing people, you know, where potentially we could go to if we do have these moves. Can we just call Brian's, do you have that chart up again? Look at that. Go over to Brian's screen right now. I mean, honestly, that's 470. We talked about this 10 minutes ago, and then we just bottom wicked. If you come over to my screen, right, well, you have it up right there anyways. There's 470, and you can see at the right, you're trading at 489.85 right now. So what a great bounce spot. Can you just one more time, just for anybody to understand where you put that? Obviously, I can see where you did, but why the Anchor VWAP is different, and potentially why you placed it where you did, because Brian, man, you absolutely nailed that. Goated, my friend.
So the Anchor VWAP is the price, the volume weighted average price from an event. We had an event. We had a major reversal right over here. We spoke, I think last week, Sean, maybe the week before, about how everyone was talking about the head and shoulders pattern in NVIDIA, and that while the primary trend was still higher, that was most likely a trap, and it ended up being a trap. It got people short. It got people out of their longs. So when we had that failed move lower on this day, we saw a fast move higher, and that's the average price from that point. That's where the buyers last took control. So we want to measure the sentiment from that place. Excuse me. You don't send out a poll to everyone who is involved and say, are you bullish or bearish? Instead, you say, here's the average price. And now people felt locked out of that. I spoke about that in my weekend video, that people are calling this the lockout rally because they've been waiting for a pullback and waiting for a logical place to buy. Well, the average price from that event was the logical place for buyers to emerge who felt like they missed out on this big rally in NVIDIA. And sure enough, that's where they are. So we get those insights based on price, volume, and time, not just price and time. Volume tells us the average participant and how they're positioned.
I just want to show you right into here, man. I mean, let's come over to my screen quickly, Ramin. Right here, buying his book, great call. What's going on? Absolutely fantastic. So you are getting a heck of a lot of love. So here it is right here. Thank you. We found it. It's right here. It is Anchored VWAP. Go make sure you check it out for sure. It's Brian Shannon, CMT. It's Alpha Trends. And I feel like we become good friends. So I can't wait for the next time that we're in each other's town, man. Let me buy you a drink, because this is absolutely fantastic. I know that I've definitely learned a lot. Go pick it up. Brian, Thank you so much, man. You just absolutely nailed that. I've got goosebumps, as I'm sure a lot of our viewers do as well. Good luck with everything, and we will. Hey, where'd he go? I'm not. Hey, there he is. Good luck with everything. We'll see you hopefully next week. It's Brian. Thank you so much.
You bet. Take care, Sean. Thanks.
All right. Hey, man, that's Trader Talk. Wow. I have met my equal. But no, thank you so much for that, Brian. Wow, absolutely amazing, man. And here it is right here, just again. I follow this guy, Gergivan. I mean, he's from, well, anyways, it says Toronto. I have no idea who it is, but very, very easy to read, man. NVIDIA Q3 beat all over the place with NVIDIA. So again, huge move to the downside. We can review it with Benzinga here for sure. Let me just go find out. We'll keep it up. We have the stock right here so everybody can see it. NVIDIA expects, here we go. This is what we're talking about. We talked about this. This is some of the stuff that the algos read, right? So expects to see data in China and China countries, groups D1, D4, D groups to decline significantly. So that probably got picked up there, right? That's a nice move back in. There it is right here. I did see a correction here. Here it is right here. So what are they correcting? Q3 data center revenue up 41%. These guys aren't even supposed to be in data centers. Up 41% right there. So shout out to Intel and AMD in that one. Gaming revenue, what? Okay, so like we don't even talk about gaming. Up 15%, just up a paltry 81% year over year. Let's go, NVIDIA. We're going to see this one moving around. Uh-oh, here we go. Everyone's favorite, including Sharif's, Jensen Huang, right here. NVIDIA GPUs, CPUs, networking, Foundry, service. I love when they say Foundry because that's also what Palantir is called right there, Foundry. Services and NVIDIA AI Enterprise Server are all growth engines in full throttle. Okay, so again, no problem with the growth, just warning of significant, I mean, I'm just reading you what this says right here. That's HPQ. Significant decline in the fourth quarter of fiscal 2024. So that's what we're in right now, fiscal 2024. So no, moving a lot forward here. So we'll wait to see then what that means. That seems like that's very, very forward looking right there. So we'll dive into this. That's not what the show's all about right now. Wow, there it is, right back to highs. Like, this is why we bring on these guests. We talk about true traders stay late. Look, you can watch CNBC, I believe that's what the station's called, other stations. They have random talking heads on right now. They're not looking at 470. You find me someone that went live 10 minutes before that said we could bounce at 470. That's literally the bottom right there. So we'll just go boom with breaking news because breaking news, we gave you that level here at Trader TV Live. Shout out to Brian, man. I'm not going to sit here and take credit for that one. But real sees real, and I see you, Brian. That was a good one, man. Thank you so much once again for suggesting that. Wow, what a great, fantastic show. What's the next topic? AMD. I don't even care about these trades of the day anymore. I am just impressed with what we've been doing. Let me just go over to Roblox because let's do it anyways. Trade of the day for Roblox. Blah, blah, blah. We went short. It went down. It was a good trade. Wow. But no, this is another trade that I learned from Brian, honestly. I'm going to make him buy me a drink, actually, all this promotion that I'm doing. But look at this. Look at this move right there. So here it is. This is VWAP, this blue line, right? Here's the gap down. When there's a gap, wait for VWAP. We knew we wanted to short there in Roblox. Trade the weak names to the short side. We did it. We actually got nervous and got out of some right there. Not much. The market was ripping. We touched the 50 period, so that made me nervous. But we did fade back, and then we started just capturing profit after that. Like, we were almost stopped out there, which is why we started capturing profit for flat. Then once we realized it, getting some back out, and then there's the cover right there at 45 for about 50 cents. Nice trade there on Roblox coming back in. That's the trade of the day for that. And then AMD. I'm sorry that like this is boring, but here again, we knew we wanted to short the semi today, especially AMD. Weak name. NVIDIA was dancing around that 5 bills. We shorted this. This was my number one P&L trade to go. Was that 5:30, 4:30, whatever time it is? All right, man. Wow. One last check-in on NVIDIA. I just want to thank everybody for being here. We are going to do the roll call, but let me just call up NVIDIA one more time for you. Struggling with it. There it is, right here. Okay, why isn't it loading up? Well, that's why it's on the other screen. All right, so NVIDIA, one more check. I just want to see, because this is a good platform for that. So there's the daily coming back up into 5 bills. So let's now look at a 1-minute chart. As you can see, it's on the bottom as well. NVIDIA climbing. This could be a good short tomorrow. I mean, the news is out. They had a great quarter. They beat on revenues, check marks everywhere, beat on EPS, beat on revenue. For some reason, it dropped right to 470. I have no idea who called that. Nice move back up to the upside. Congratulations to everybody. But hey, we wouldn't be here without everybody. So quickly on a roll call. I do want to thank 100%. I want to thank Bears vs. Bulls, because without this guy, man, I wouldn't be able to do a lot of the Q&As, which maybe tomorrow I'll do a Q&A before. Oh, by the way, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. If I'm unable to say that tomorrow because I forget, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We're off on Thursday. The Packers play at 12:30, so we'll be watching some of that. And then we've got a couple big hockey tournaments here for the week. So I'm off on Friday, but it's only going to be a half day. A big shout out to everybody here. We are going to do roll call in 1 second, man. Super chats, man. Another flow? I'm down with another flow. OJ's white Bronco, man. I like that. I like the new Broncos for sure. Native Warrior Nick W here. Yorumu. Tisha, thank you so much. You're always super chatting. Lauren Rogers, a.k.a. not Aaron Rodgers. Corey 2S, Trader Joe, Phil McCracken. Can't believe I just said that. Nick Garcia, Miss C, and Cynthia. Thank you so much for everything. But who's here right now? That's the most important thing. Hey, let's get those likes going, man. Let's hit the like button right now if we can. We've got over 1.1K. Thank you. Thank you very much. Over 3,000 watching. Make sure you watch every single day, man, as we repurpose this recap show. So right after this, Ramin and Fabian put in so much work. We put it out as its own stream, okay? So you'll re-see it and it'll have like 100 or 200 likes, but that's the reload. So thank you so much for liking what we're doing right now. All right, here we go, man. I'm going to put a little bit of a wave out here as well on the chat. Wave, wave, wave to everybody. We're here. But who else is here? That's what's more important, not who's here. I'll stop this. Gorilla Fish, Bull Shark Trader. Patrick is here. Y Brothers, man. Thank you so much. You're always on the show. Sam is here as well. Let's see who else is here. Pranya, thank you so much. D. Westermeyer, man, the People's Trader. It's another one. You're right about that coming through. Deez is here as well. Chef Rico. Hey, Chef Rico. Chuck of all trades. We like that. Joseph, Mike, Jeff, everybody. Chris, Ann Stack is here. Juan Padilla is here. Jennifer Schultz, thank you so much. Hey, you're welcome. There's a thank you for the Kelsey TD. You're welcome. And I'll have another play for you for the Thursday games. Right, that's right. Lots of games coming through. Look, no matter where you are, I want to say thank you to you for watching, man. Traders Stay Late. You've made this show what it is. We're coming with energy. We're coming with guests every single day, and we feel pretty good about it. So join me tomorrow at 8:30. Hopefully this voice will recover a little bit. We're going to be here early tomorrow, so get ready to rock and roll with us. It's 8:30 at Trader TV Live. I'm not going anywhere, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great evening, everybody. Ciao.